How's it? Today's Monday, December 4th. Um, Today was difficult. I had a lot of sort of mental blocks with what I was doing, why I was doing what I was doing, and a lot of me second guessing whether or not I even want to continue lifting weights. It's one of those days that I don't have that often. It only happens when things are going poorly. But start off with normal stuff, McGill Big 3 here, and then I actually got a better angle of my hip warm up. And yeah, I'll kind of talk about it a little bit. So I start off with 90/90s here, which kind of work both internal and external hip rotation. I do a bunch of these. I think I do 5 each side. And then after that, I don't even know what you'd call it. I think it's like a 90/90 like glute stretch. I do some, I guess, sort of PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. I don't know, but it's a stretching style where you counteract the stretch. So you push against the stretch and then you kind of lean further into the stretch. So you'll see here better here on this angle. So this is me kind of pushing into the ground with my knee, and then with my hand on the heel of my foot, I actually grab my foot and I push my foot into my hand, and that is pretty painful. But it's just like a 5-second hold, and then you kind of lean deeper into the stretch. After that, I do this sort of groin stretch here, where this is really stretching the right side, the one that is close to the ground, and then I kind of open up my leg as such. And you can see why I didn't want that in the last video. As far as it goes, finished off with my last warm-up upper body stretch. So it's going to be, I don't know. This is the last thing that I did before things started to just kind of go very poorly. I didn't want to do the muscle snatch as a warm up, or like quote unquote start my lifting, because the past couple weeks, the press is what has been hurting my shoulders for the most part. So I wanted to avoid that as much as possible. So I just moved straight into the power snatches. I guess power snatch plus hang snatch. That's what I did on Saturday. Just started off with the power snatch after my warm up movements, and it turned out pretty well. So I was like, okay, like I can probably do something very similar to that today. So power snatch plus hang snatch up to 88. That was my goal, at least. I did not get a power snatch at 88. It's really hard. I basically I just did like a full snatch at that point, and you'll see as sort of gets to that point on the lifting where I just give up today. I'm not super proud of how I was at the gym. I don't like the fact that I reacted that way. I don't know. I've been with my coach. He's been coaching me since 2019, and I think this part of my training the last couple weeks has really been getting to me, where I'm not 100%. There's no way that I could even claim to be close to that, and I think that for me, if I am trying to push weights or do get towards my goals without being healthy, that's not great. So programming needs to sort of reflect that, and it definitely has. But a lot of these programming changes are changes that I made, and so I don't know if I'm gonna be. I guess, as it stands, I'm not being coached by him. He's there as like sort of a counselor. a guidance counselor, or giving me guidance when I need it. I guess that's what coaches are in general, but yeah, I don't know. It's difficult because I really trust him a lot, but it's just been difficult to keep communicating with him. Um, and then like when I am talking to him, he helps me a ton, and I'm very appreciative of it. I'm not numb to the fact that he's given me so much, so many tools here. But here's my 88, trying to power snatch that, but obviously that doesn't go well. And then as I catch that down, my shoulder is giving me some issues here. I think for the most part, all of my snatches, my shoulder wasn't feeling super great, but it's definitely not as bad as it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And you see there, I don't know if you could see the time difference. It was about half an hour between that 88 snatch, and I was gonna do an 85, like down set, like with maybe just like a snatch, full snatch, like couple full snatch singles, but wasn't feeling it, so I ended up just doing some deadlifts here. I do need to talk to him later. I don't know what is gonna come of it, but I do need something better, and I need to get a little bit more from my training sessions. I'm not that old, but I am old. I think that a lot of the things that I am dealing with right now, you know, as far as today goes, today was a wasted day. Today was a mental training day. Where I'm dealing with a lot of mental adversity, but I didn't get anything physical. I don't think I've gained any physical training benefits from today. Like I don't think I made any progress with my injury. I don't think I made any progress with the amount that I can snatch or squat or whatever. And so, with that kind of age thing in mind, I don't want to say that my training days are limited, but my training days are limited, and that's really a sad thing for me to think about. So, I need to maximize everything as much as I can to the best of my ability, right? So after those deadlifts, I decided to do some overhead stuff. I haven't done this in I don't even know how long. Probably since I started doing the volume like full lifts, because these are little accessories that are, I don't know, excessive accessories. So I think that kind of reintroducing these in is probably going to help me. It's really funny because these, as I push with the push press, I would have thought my shoulder was going to be screaming in pain, but it was not. And so maybe this is the key to my triumphant return. I don't know. Just went up to 100 at that, and that was hard. So yeah, I mean I'm not where I used to be, and I'm very, very far from where I started. And so that's something that's really been bothering me a lot lately. Finished off with some pull-ups and then my Pallof press, and like I've been trying to hammer in these accessories a lot more and be more consistent with them, and I think I've done a good job, and I do think it is contributing to my shoulder and my lower back feeling, marginally better day by day, and at some point it's gonna be back to 90%, and when it's there, then things are gonna start to move again, hopefully. But until then, I just gotta figure out what I want. But yeah, today was again a mental training day. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening to me. That's it for today. Shoots.